Hey everyone, it's Colby here with another Racial Legends video. And guys, today I have you a special surprise. We have Hellhades here. He's gonna do a collab video with me. We're gonna go through top 10 mistakes that new players do and maybe some mid-game players do throughout their gameplay in Racial Legend. So here we have Hellhades. Hey man,
Hey,
what's up?
Brew. Thanks for having me along. Looking forward to it, mate.
No introduction is needed for Hellhades, but you guys know him. So man, before we get on with the video, we're gonna do like a top 10 mistakes in the game. What's your mistake that you did in the game as a new player?
Yeah, good question actually. So I'd say my worst mistake that I did, it's definitely would have been. So I crunched a steel skull really early on to
Wow.
try and level up my kale. so it just didn't seem like it was that strong. And when I first started the game, I was basing it on how hard does someone hit, not really the utility that someone brings. I think
Oh,
maybe
right, right. So
it was just like this yeah, I just wanted to get myself to a level 50 really quick. So I was like, oh, let's just use this epic. And yeah, Steel Skull went, and I didn't pull another one for probably about another 3 months.
oh
So
man, I can imagine. Like
yeah, it's a
I
bad
don't
one.
even have a steel score right now, and I've been playing for
Really?
so many months. Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was
wish I had one.
pretty bad. Yeah,
So
pretty bad mistake.
yeah.
How
So
about you? Have you got a bad one that you can call out as well?
yeah, I can call out the one I'm actually uh you know, the number one in the list is gonna be my mistake as well, is like skilling up champions you don't need.
Okay, yeah.
So number one on the list is gonna be that, skilling up champions that you don't need. And this was my first mistake when I started playing the game. I was just having all these champions, even uncommon champions, other rare champions, and immediately when I was getting rare skill books, I would just use them on those champions. I would use them, of course, on Aethel, but then if I would get a rare through a mystery shard, I would use those as well on that one. And that's, you might think it's not a waste, but in the beginning, rare skill books are hard to get. And until you get some, end game action, you're not going to have a stockpile of rare skill books. So yeah, it took me a while to realize that.
Actually, on that same point, so
Yeah.
I used one legendary book and 2 epic books on a rare champion early on.
Oh, man.
You can see how much I wanted to max out this kale. I was literally like, I was throwing everything I had at him. Terrible mistakes.
Yeah, did you think that like that a legendary skill book would do 2 times or 3 times the level up or something?
I just didn't think they'd be as hard to get as they are. So I just figured it doesn't matter. I'll recoup those anyway. And the thing for me, so when I started the game, there was not the same sort of level of information out there that there is now. And these type of guides that we're talking about now didn't really exist. So
when did you exactly start the game? Was it?
So it's around April time last year.
April. I think that's when the global launch was.
Yeah, so I think it was maybe a month or so after. I wasn't around for like the crazy fusions and stuff, but I was around after that.
Yeah, I mean, neither.
Yeah, so I was looking. I do look for information, but I couldn't really find any. So I was like, it's fine. I use these steel books, no worries.
Yeah, it was much harder to find information then. Now there's so many YouTubers out there, so you can search through. I think everything that's possibly in the game right now. So let's go for number 2, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So number 2. So for me, it would be people not focusing on their Great Hall. So I do a lot of kind of end game accounts where people say, come and try and help me with clan boss or whatever. And the first thing I do is just kind of check how they progress their account. And I'd say 9 times out of 10, if there's a glaring error, it's that the Great Hall is like way underdeveloped. A lot of areas that are still bronze. And actually, a bit of a funny one as well. On this same area, one guy said to me, I can't progress in the arena because I haven't finished all of my bronze Great Hall skill ups. And I'm like, no, mate, you can go to silver and still progress your bronze areas. So push as far as you can in the arena, because gold medals, silver medals, all of them actually just give you a better way to level up your Great Hall.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of players who miss that part of the arena, like that the medals are worth more as you go up to silver and gold. Like even if you click in the Great Hall, there's a small eye on the top. If you click that, it's gonna have a lot of information for you as a new player. But yeah, I mean,
people seem to miss those eyes, don't they? They just,
yeah.
don't know what they're doing. Because the other thing for the Great Hall is it affects your whole game. It doesn't just affect your bonuses in the arena. It affects every single part of the game. Those kind of skill ups.
Yeah, like for me, for example, if I go and click on an uncommon champion, I can see what benefit the Great Hall gives me on that champion so far. Like I have 4 trees maxed out at level 10 and 1 at level 7, and everything else is at almost level 6. So I do have a good amount of Great Hall stats built up so far, and the benefit I have is not something you can just skip. It's something you should develop when you're starting out the game and focus on that. Sure. So yeah, let's do number 3. So it's, I think we did talk about this before. It's like wasting your books and tomes in the beginning of the game, but not just the beginning of the game. I think even at the stage that we're right now, unless you're a player that like immediately buys packs when they come up with skill books, you should use your legendary skill books, especially very selectively. And like, for example, when there's a new champion up, don't just use all your books on him. If you're not going to buy a pack with books, save those just in case you might pull something better in the future. Because unless that champion significantly influences your clan boss team, for example, and gives you that extra bit of boost, then it's not worth it. Where are you going to use that champion? Is he going to give you a boost somewhere? If not, then don't use the books. It's not going to change your...
One of the things I do on this is I'm looking at what does the skill up actually give you. So if it's not giving me like a reduced cooldown or an extra percentage to lay a debuff, something like that, then I'd probably discount it straight away. You know, if it's just I'm going to get a bit more damage, very rarely will I use a skill book in champions like that, where it's just going to boost damage. It has to give me just that edge around cooldowns or around improving kind of lane debuffs. That's what I'm looking for generally.
Yeah, I also think that unless you're certain that you're going to have a good skill up, like, for example, for me right now, I have 6 skill books. If I look at a champion, for example, Roros, I might not even get the cooldown reduction with 6 skill books on the skills that I want. So why waste those? Okay, I might get that damage increase. I will get the damage increase in a skill, but I might not get the cooldown reduction. I might not get lucky because it's all RNG in this game. Everything is RNG. Every single thing is RNG. So yeah, I'm just saving those up until maybe I get something. I might be lucky in the future. So yeah.
Okay. So the next one then for me, number 4. So you should definitely ascend your heroes, and basically ascending your heroes ascend the heroes that you actually feel like you get some sort of real benefit from. Because once you start to put jewelry items on a champion, it dramatically improves their ability to do the job that you need them to do. But don't kind of waste a load of pots ascending champions that are just going to sit in your vault, basically. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, potions are hard to get, especially for epic champions, and then later on for legendary champions. Like skilling up an epic champion like to 5 and 6, it takes superior potions. So that's a big resource to waste, especially in champions that you're not going to use, or they're not going to give you a significant benefit. And potions are always needed. Like if they're not needed right now, right this second, you're going to use them in a future fusion. And fusions do take a lot of potions. Even if you think you have a lot, you don't.
You haven't got anywhere near enough, yeah.
Like, which one was the fusion? We had all voids. Was it Torment? Right?
Oh
yeah. It was all voids. Unless you were farming Ultra Nightmare, you didn't have all those superior and greater potions saved out. So you needed to farm a lot. And yeah, that's a lot of resources. So yeah, we're going to go for number 5 is... it's going to be the faction wars. We've touched on it on your video as well, but faction wars are such a significant point in the game because they released this new content. I would say it's not new, but at least it's something that changes up the gameplay for us. And you should be farming faction wars every single day and try and get those glyphs. Even if you can just farm level 1, just do it. Get that glyph and get a stockpile of glyphs and have them ready, because you're gonna have a new champion up in the future and he's gonna need an upgrade. And that upgrade is gonna be so easily from the glyphs, like speed, defense, HP, you name it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's such a huge benefit, and you should not waste it. You should not waste those faction wars keys.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the next point actually kind of touches on this as well. So it's actually, I'd say number 6, although faction wars is really important, don't waste a load of your resources into trying to build the strongest possible teams for faction wars before you've got like your clan boss team settled, your arena team settled. Because actually you can farm levels 1 to 5 on faction wars with like a bare bones team. You could literally go in there with level 20 to 30 champions and easily get glyphs. So don't think, oh, I need to go and get myself a load of level 40 champions to be able to do faction wars. Actually, just get yourself 2 or 3 champions per faction, get them up to sort of level 20 to 30, and they will easily get you glyphs coming in. Don't waste a ton of resources to try and get, 5 players for each faction, and push all your time into that, because it's probably the returns are good, but they're not anywhere near as good as building your great hall or beating the clan boss.
Yeah. I mean, investing in the faction wars is like a total end game option for me. I'm not gonna just go and start a new team just for faction wars right now, but I do have some champions that I know that can clear some levels of the faction wars effectively. For example, we have the Banner Lords right now. I do have Horden. He's at level 40, but he's fine at clearing stage 6 very quickly of the Banner Lords crypts, and I can do that very easily throughout my day and clear that very fast in a couple of minutes, finish off all my keys and get on with the other parts of the game. So that's what I do for Bannerlords, for example, and for other factions. Yeah, I think this ties up with the next part, like number 7. Number 7 mistake, I guess, is not unlocking, the mine or the sparring pit or the market as a player, as a new player, or even a mid-game player or end-game player, because I did some account logins, tune-ups, takeovers, whatever you want to name them. And one of those accounts didn't even have the mine and sparring pit unlocked. And I was like,
Right.
why? Why? You're farming Nightmare campaign, and Nightmare Clan Boss, and you're not having the mine and sparring pit unlocked. You have the gems because you're a paying player, or at least you did go through the missions. You get a lot of gems through those missions. So at least unlock the sparring pit. If you don't want the mine, get the sparring pit, because you're gonna have a free way to level up champions in there. It's gonna be forever, and whenever you log in, just click it and get on with your day. You don't need to upgrade the sparring pit. Just open those and just put in champions that can help you through the faction wars, for example.
Well, and I think with the mine as well, the mine pays for itself in, I think it's 90 days. So,
yeah,
is that right?
90 or 100, somewhere there.
Yeah,
Right.
but basically, providing you think you're going to play this game for a couple of, 2 or 3 months, then you may as well just invest those gems early on, open it up, and then it will just keep repaying itself over and over. A lot of people play this game for 6 months plus before they decide whether they're going to carry on or not. And by that time, you've absolutely made your gems back and some. So, and it's the only way you can get gems in this game consistently once you've cleared some of the content without parting with your own hard-earned cash. So, it's just, if you're going to invest somewhere, I'd say that mine is really worth doing.
Yeah, I mean, in combination with the mine, doing the daily quests, getting that, the clan daily login reward, doing the clan boss. There's so many ways to get gems, and you should not neglect them, because if you don't do them, you're gonna have to buy gems to progress through the game, and it's just unlock the mine, guys. It's gonna help you out.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I go on to number 8.
Yeah.
So I guess for this one, it's all down to perspective, I guess. But basically, for me, it's don't buy packs just because packs are popping up. So there's quite a lot of actually good resource out there again to sort of say, is this pack worthwhile? Is it good investment of your cash? But the ones for me that pop up where I just would not spend on them at all is generally equipment packs. So and as a new player, they're actually really tempting. You see them and like, oh, I could get myself a load of speed items here, or I could get myself a load of crit items, and it feels like a reasonable amount of money. But actually, like you said earlier, everything in this game is RNG. And with these item packs, you cannot see the quality of the item you're buying. It's totally random. So you might end up getting stuff that you're literally just going to sell on straight away for a little bit of silver, and you'll think, where has my money gone?
Yeah.
And that could be quite frustrating, you know?
I mean, yeah, I think those are the worst packs that you can possibly have in the game in terms of how expensive they are. They're like 39 euros for me. So it might be $35, I think, for the US players. And it's all random. You have 6 pieces of gear. Everything is going to roll random. You might get nothing. You might get the best gear possible in the game. But it's all like gambling. And and it's not worth it. I mean, for that amount of money, you could have bought the battle pass if you're a new player. So don't buy those. Buy the battle pass, for example. Or like we have another, I got a skill pack offer for some reason, a rare skill tome pack. I'm not gonna buy rare skill tomes ever. I'm like in a stage in the game, I have 100, I think, rare skill tomes, or 80 or something. I don't need them.
Yeah, definitely. I've literally got like 300 rare books.
Yeah, imagine that.
I've got tons of them. Yeah, tons of them.
I mean, if you're in a stage in the game, you're not gonna need those. So don't just buy it because it's there. Just think before you buy something. There's so many, guides out there on how to buy packs, or if a pack is worth it. So use those.
Yeah.
So let's go for number 9. So number 9 is mystery shards. I mean, mystery shards, some people just leave them there to be. But if you're a new player or even a mid-game player and don't have, for example, some champions like Apothecary, he's a game changer. You can use him everywhere. Every single place in the game, you can use Apothecary, and he's going to be a game changer. He's somewhere in there, in one of those mystery shards. He's possibly in there. So keep opening them. You're not gonna regret it. But okay, you might want to save them up for in case that you have an event or a tournament where you summon shards, you get points. You can use those and get extra rewards. But still, there's gonna be a good champion somewhere in there that you might be able to use to progress through, get that extra bit of help, get further in the dungeons or maybe the clan boss. Even a rare champion can make the difference.
I think especially like really early game. So really early game, you're just looking for more rares, and it might not even be an apothecary, but there's so many good rares now that again, it's worth you pick a rare up, check online, check YouTube. Are there a couple of guides out about this person? Because if there are, they're probably pretty good. And I think now that we've been playing the game for so long, there's a number of people that have just gone in and found good rares that you probably wouldn't have believed were good when you just read their skills. So there's plenty in there that you could get that are going to change your game.
Yeah, this is what I'm also trying to do with my free-to-play account, is just gonna try and find value out of champions that we might neglect them because, okay, there's something better that does this job 10 times better, and that's a legendary. Not everyone can get that legendary because it's all random luck. So a rare champion can make a difference and might make the difference in case you get the one that you need, like a one that applies a weaken or one that applies defense down. He might make the difference that helps you get that extra clan boss chest. So yeah,
for sure. Okay, well, and I think for the number 10 then for me, and this definitely should not be neglected, guys, save all of your other shards for double summon events. So any of your ancients, your void shards, and your sacreds, save them either for double summons or save them for events that are going on in the game where you get quite easy rewards. Because ultimately, if you just pull them as soon as you get them, you're getting no additional value at all. And there is plenty of times through this game where you're going to have the chance to either earn books or a double chance to summon legendaries. So it's really hard to do, because I know that inside of us all, we're all thinking, well, I could just pull this now and try and get a legendary. Honestly, save your shards for when there's a double summons, and you will absolutely do better in this game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's a bit of wishful thinking that the 2x is gonna give you something good, but it's literally a double chance that you're gonna get an epic or a legendary. So it's 2 times what you have right now. So might as well save them. You're gonna get something better. You can farm your other champions farm. You can farm potions. You can farm gear until then, and not use your shards. It's gonna be the best thing you do to save up those shards and use them in a 2x. And it's also gonna give you a huge rush, especially if you get something good once you open those shards. But it's nothing is guaranteed in this game. But sure. Yeah, I do agree. So man, I think this was the list. Yeah, this was a good list. I mean, there's a lot of mistakes that one person can do when playing the game, and especially in this game, because it can get really expensive if you're a guy who likes to spend money in these types of games. It can get really expensive, and the more mistakes you do, the more money you need to spend as time passes. So well, we want to help players out, and this is why we do these kind of videos. We want to help players out, get some content out for everyone, help everyone, and hopefully like progress through the game together. So man, thanks a lot for doing this together, doing this collab. So tell me where people can find you if they don't know already who you are and where your channel is.
Yeah, sure. So I guess like, I'll comment below. It'd be cool as well, actually, if anyone who's watching this, if you've got mistakes that you have made, comment below. If we've not covered it off, let other people know what mistakes they should avoid. But yeah, look, so I've been around on YouTube for about 4 months probably now. And I think I started Endgame, but now I'm trying to attract viewers from all kind of walks of life. But basically, I'll put a link below. Come and check out my channel. It's pretty varied. I try and have some fun. I try not to rant too much. But yeah, no, it's been really good fun, mate. Yeah, really good fun.
It was really good fun. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. If you watched to this far of this video, of course, subscribe to my channel and Hellhades' channel if you haven't already. Leave a like, comment as well on what mistakes you think we missed when doing this list. And of course, guys, we'll see you in the next one. See ya.